Rapunzel Wizard, your host, and in this next section we'll be having me do a poem, then we'll be having the open mic section, which we've got Mark, Richie, Gordon wanting to compete, and if anyone else does, just say yes. And the best poet, as judged for by the evil sound meter of doom, wins the rubbish prize. Okay, but I'll explain that in a minute. And then after that, we've got Ryan Van Winkle coming back and Robin Cairns coming back for their main sets. Then we'll have another break, and then we'll have some more Andrew Ferguson, Duffy doing his main set, and the audience poem that you lot wrote, which is sort of sitting over in the corner at the minute, which I shall decipher and work out the best lines. And you in the audience can also win some rubbish chocolate as well. Right, okay. Let's do a poem just to start things off. This one is called, I can't remember what this one's called anyway, but it's about my second least favourite drink, alcoholic-wise. And this one's probably libelous as well, so I'm struggling a bit because they're recording the poetry, and I'm struggling with...
It won't all be strained.
Well, we'll see. This is called Beer Tasting for Numpties. A beer mat. An advert on my beer mat said that brewers ensured there were 10 different flavours in Tennant's. Now, I always thought it was none, and it should be called Nunnants. So I swirled it in my mouth to see what 10 flavours would come to me, and they were, piss, metal, sulfuric acid and more piss, landfill site, seagull shite, mouldy bottle, diesel spill, and a deep darkness that eats your soul. So when you see at Tea in the Park, that Tennant-sponsored Nedfest, the punters throwing their beer in the air, well, they may be an idiot, but even a Ned's clever enough to know it's better than drinking the stuff. Yes, even a Ned's clever enough to know it's better than drinking the stuff. Thank you very much. Cheers. Yes, okay. I think without further ado, we should get some other talent onto the stage here. So this is the open mic section, and each of the open mic poets have got 3 minutes to come up and do their stuff. So, and when they finish, you can give them a round of applause if you think they deserve it, and I'm sure you will, because you're a lovely audience, and I'm sure they're all very good poets. I know that. And I shall measure said applause on this instrument over here, which is the sound meter of doom, fully calibrated, so no arguing with the results. And whoever gets the loudest round of applause, as measured in precise decibels to 0.1 of a decibel, wins the prize. And is that really worth being so precise to 0.1 of a decibel? I don't really think so. Alright, anyway, so, but yes, to actually win something for your poetry, there you go, that's the chance that we have for the open micers. So, we've got, yes, Mark, Richie and Gordon. So, Mark, you're the one that said you wanted to do it first, so Mark is coming up first. Give it up for Mark, please!
I've got one long piece and a short piece, contrasting pieces.
We've got 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Right, Insomnia Jacket. You hear the sound of someone coming up the stairs. You think it's a burglar, and that's it. You're waiting for the rest of the night. You're totally fucked for tomorrow. You pick up that biography, the one you bought at Waterston's last month, the one you've been meaning to read for weeks, and read a few pages. You hear the couple downstairs having a late night argument, which then gives way to quietness. You put the book down in disgust and then try again for sleep. It doesn't work, it's no use. You remember something that somebody said at work during the day, and your sleep-starved mind is looking behind what they said, giving the words new meanings, interpretations, making you feel worried, verging on the paranoid. You begin to hear the cold, emotionless way the line was delivered, a ghost-like whisper in your ear. You pull back the curtain, look out the back window into the darkness below, and in doing so, recall a line from one of Larkin's poems, something where wedge-shaped gardens lie. You agree with the poet, the shadows indeed are wedge-shaped at this time of night. You watch a cat stealthily making its way across the garage roof. You wish that you were nocturnal also. You try chamomile tea, umpteen other remedies for insomnia. You still can't bloody sleep. It doesn't work, it's no use. You look at the alarm clock glaring luminously at you. As a kid, you liked when you had a Timex watch with luminous hands. It was good to look at the time under the blankets in those days. Not so now, though. You get the song lyric bit. Everybody else counts sheep. The lyrics and songs are your thing. Your brain churns out songs associated with sleeplessness. John Lee Hooker singing blues, telling you that you toss and turn in your dark room. Frank Sinatra sings in the wee wee hours of morning. Hank fucking Williams sings, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. You think, you wish your brain would just go and shut itself off, like when you shut the computer system off down at the office, but this won't happen. You then think about getting the whiskey out and drinking yourself to sleep, but this doesn't get past the thinking stage. It doesn't work, it's no use. You see the first shafts of daylight peeking through the gap in the curtains. You see it's now 5:30 and it won't be long till you have to get up. You lie there, stare blankly at the roof, looking at the cracks, thinking of knacker jar, how you should phone in sick to work. You pull yourself from the bed, pad through to the kitchen, fill the kettle. You get up the coffee jar and you empty a large quantity into a cup. No teaspoons for you, you want a good strong coffee to perk you up, to get your brain into gear for the day. You watch the steam belching towards the ceiling as the kettle boils, mull over the decision whether to go to work or not. As you sip the first of the scalding coffee, a couplet comes to mind that you could use in a poem, assuming that you were a poet. You scrawl it down in the notepad by the phone for future reference. Another day looms, I'm knackered as fuck. I'll get through the day, assisted by luck. Thank you. Another one. You have to imagine me as an 8-year-old for this one. Probably very hard to do. Conversation with my 8-year-old niece, and she was saying what my sister-in-law said about me. Right, so this is my uncle. My uncle has an oval head. He's really ancient, nearly dead. His teeth are rotten. He rides a bike. He lives alone. Does what he likes. My mummy really thinks he's weird. He wears specs. He's got a beard. He never ever cleans his bath. He's so funny. He makes me laugh. Thank you very much.
Oh, there we go. That's a respectable score. It beats the noise upstairs anyway, so yes, I didn't realise we'd be having competition. So if you can speak loudly into the microphone. Can you all hear out there still, even though you've got background noise? Okay, righty-ho. Now, Richie, you're our next open micer, so can you give it up for Richie?
Hello, yeah. Hope you can hear me over the sound of whatever the hell that is upstairs. The first one is a poem about how I've always had a problem with mathematics. It's called Nearly Mine. I have no perception of the number between 8 and 10. When I count my fingers, I count to 8, then 8 again. My switchboard job is an Naffy skive. When I'm working 8 to 5, 888 emergencies don't happen very often. It's not part of the poem, honestly. I was sitting on cloud 8 till displaced by that Git McGraw, even though I said possession's 8/10 of the law. But like a cat, I've got 8 lives, so I give him a bunch of 5s, but he's as bad at maths as me, and only counted up to 4. Square root of 81. Answer me now, you feckless swine, said my favourite teacher, grumpy Mr. Valentine. I searched the chasms of my mind, and victory was nearly mine. I pulled myself together, and then I bravely shouted, 8. The second one is much better. I'm sure. I'm sure you've all noticed the government's latest fantastic bill about how they want to spy on everything we do online.
Yeah.
This one's called Hello to Big Brother. The government want to be your friend on Facebook, see all your holiday snaps, watch as you trace routes through the sprawling jungle of the World Wide Web, and see that you bookmark your favourite celeb, posing tastefully, covering their privates, airbrushed to buggery, reassuringly ersatz. But these bills are dangerous, here comes another. Goodbye to our freedom, hello to Big Brother. In the wake of phone hacking, is this then a front for legitimate headlines for that Aussie sarcophagus? The state read your emails, it's all above board. Then they're sold to the Sun, who've done naught untoward. Well, they had to admit that the girl on page 3 was born Brenda Capstick, not Brandy Capri. But as far as I know, they've caused no one to suffer. Goodbye to our freedom, hello to Big Brother. Yet we all know in life that there's nothing as sinister as going online with a cabinet minister. The respectable gent cries, I've nothing to hide, then cancels his order from bits on the side, and smashes his hard drive, discards the evidence, and still it's read out at Demented Eloquence. And his mates are all listening, so best you take cover. Goodbye to our freedom, hello to Big Brother. Thank you very much.
Cool, there you go, that was Richie. And now Gordon, our final open mic performer. So can you give it up for Gordon?
Hello there, it's nice to be doing Demented Eloquence again, and I'm also going to use this to shamelessly plug Burns Scuppered and Other Poems, 6 of which are a bit Burns themed and 6 which aren't, so I'll do one from each. The first one I wrote after listening to a radio programme on tourism, and there was a couple of suits from the tourist industry and some minor politicians. And they had this great idea that they would market Scotland via Burns, so that there were Burns letterheads and the correspondence and all the rest of it. And they were going to strike a Burns medal every year for whoever made the greatest contribution to Scottish wealth that year. And one of them said that Burns would have approved of this. Well, so this is called The Ghost of Robert Burns Considers His Position as Mascot for the Tourist Trade. I'm fairly burdened at the thought that things do such a pass are broke, that shields that never care for oath, that Sabs and Gucci's should think an easy selling both to line their butches. Maybe sounds a wee abrupt, but quangos, boards and such like groups were deals with women ever sucked in army days. They're just mere rogues or parcelled up in business clays. I care not for the things they peddle, tartan, towels, in-short bredel, I be what I always said, all tinsel show. But put my head upon a medal, just gonna know. I was actually speaking to a gentleman just a wee while ago, Henry McLeish, who I thought I'd probably forgotten for this thing. There is a wee thing about Henry here. Henry was the first Minister of Scotland, and he didn't even bother with his expenses. He was letting out his office, illicitly, and that was how he lost his job. So this one's about Henry McLeish. And this is called No Expenses Spared. At last year, and actually, he took an awful lot of persuading to actually leave the job. He kept hanging on, but eventually he decided to move. So this is No Expenses Spared. At last year, Henry took the hint and told us how the cash gets spent. It wasn't booze or some wee bint down at the pub. It's just, he was a wee bit skint and took us some. It seems it was a wee mistake that anyone this daft could make. Nah, Henry wasn't on the take or up to tricks. Time we give the man a break. The politics. Some say he can't cook for toffees, others that it's just his office heat and he like some wee novice never meant it. But still, he shouldn't have had high office. He'll just meant it. Thank you.
There we go, that was Gordon, our final open micer, and the result, our winner, can we have a big drum roll? Our winner is Richie Gray! With a whole 96.0 decibels. There we go, he wins the useless prize. Right, enough of that stupidity. We'll be doing that again at next Demented Eloquence.